Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's the 1st of October and I am so excited to let you know that all throughout the month of October, I have so many Halloween themed cards and projects to show you. So the whole month is Halloween themed. Now, although in Australia, and especially in the little small town that I come from, we do not celebrate Halloween, and usually I do not do any Halloween themed cards or projects on YouTube, but for this year I thought I'd try something a little bit different. Now I have quite a few followers in the US and Canada, and you do celebrate it, so why not do a few projects for you to showcase some of the beautiful products in the Stampin' Up! Catalogue. So for today's card, or project, it's actually a project, it's a Halloween themed pizza box. Now this is so cute. Opens up. I've just got a couple of or 3 Cadbury chocolates in there, and this is using some of the great products in the holiday catalogue. Now it's not quite so warm here at the moment, so I was able to use a few chocolate themed projects for this month, but it's going to start getting hot very soon, so I won't be able to showcase some beautiful chocolates. It'll have to move over to lollies instead. So let's get started on this great pizza box. The supplies needed for this project are the Harvest Hellos stamp set, and I'm using the bundle, so the Apple Punch as well. You can purchase these together and save yourself 10%, which is a fantastic saving. The layering circle dies, and I'm using the 3rd largest scallop and the 3rd and 4th smallest straight circle die. So those ones there. Inks for the project are Mossy Meadow and Pumpkin Pie. We're also using Versamark ink. We are doing some black embossing for that pumpkin, so I have the black embossing powder as well, and we're using the heat tool to set that powder. I have some sponge daubers, and these are for Mossy Meadow and Pumpkin Pie ink. I have a pizza box here, and this is just the last one in this pack, so I can get that out. This is a food grade treat carrier. It has the waxy inside, so it's fine to use with foods. I'll just bring in my kit here as well. So we have the Monster Bash Designer Series paper, and I've used this design just here, and you can find all the measurements and supplies over my blog. There is a link to that blog post in the description of this video, so you can get all the measurements for these box. We're also just using a piece of scrap of both Mossy Meadow and Early Espresso. I have a piece of window sheet here, and then we also have crushed curry, pumpkin pie and basic black, and that's just for our circle here as well. So let's get started on this project. So there is quite a bit of die cutting in this project, so let's bring the Big Shot in and we'll do a little bit of that. So our pizza box just goes together really easily. We're just going to fold in all the sides. And we are going to die cut that little window in the top of the box. So I've just folded in all those sides really easily. There's not a lot to it. And obviously this bit with this little tab here, this is the top of the box. So that's the one that we're going to cut out. So let's just pop that in. We're going to use the smaller of the 2 circles. Going to pop that in the middle and then just run that through the Big Shot. That's pretty easy to cut out. We're going to move on to our other pieces here, and we need our crushed curry and also the basic black. Now the basic black one, we're going to use that largest scallop and the largest circle for that crushed curry. So let's pop those ones through. I'm going to move the circle that is the same size as this. We want to cut out that center. So I'm going to move that one to the middle of here. And with that crushed curry one, we're going to bring in that smallest one that we've cut out first. And we're going to pop that in the center. And we can run this one through as well. That gives us that gorgeous little frame there, as well as our crushed curry. So we don't need our big shot anymore. Let's pop that out of the road. You are left with a few little extra bits. Please make sure that you pop them to the side and use them on a later card. So I want to pop all my pieces together on the pizza box. We have the Monster Bash Designer Series paper, and there is 4 pieces to go around the sides of the pizza box, and then this one in the middle. And I'm going to have to bring the big shot in again because I've got my DSP here that just needs a circle on it. So we're going to use that smallest circle in the middle there. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we have that all cut out now. Let's make this box together, and we're just going to fold the tabs in. This box goes together really easily and really well. They're very well made boxes. Perfect. Okay, so we can start assembling all our box pieces. Now, what I actually did is I made sure that I found my best piece, which I believe that one is the best piece. That's going to go on the front here, and then all the other pieces can go around the side of the boxes and the back. So I'm going to bring in some Tombow glue, and I'm just going to glue all these ones down. The pizza boxes actually make these really easy treats to pop together, which makes it really good to make. This is the last side one, and then we're going to move to that front one. So on the top, we want to layer the window sheet on top, and then pop the DSP on top of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the back of the Designer Series paper some tear and tape. I find that works the best using the window strip. You may hear my husband outside. He's, I think he's putting on another jockey wheel onto our trailer. So he's making a little bit of noise out there. And I'm going to pop some more of the tear and tape over the top so we can stick it down to the top of the box. pull our backings off. Now the window sheet works really well if you're going to pop some loose lollies in. They're not going to fall out. With these larger chocolates, they're definitely not going to fall out, but I wanted to show you how to put that window sheet on as well. So there we go. Gorgeous. Then we can bring in our frames. I'm just going to pop a little bit of the mono glue down on this kosher curry frame. And then we can bring the basic black and stick that over the top. So that's how easy that box is to decorate. Let's bring in a little bit of stamping that we have. So we have our 3 pieces, 2 scraps and 1 piece of the pumpkin pie. I'm also going to bring in the pumpkin pie ink, and we're going to stamp that pumpkin, so the detailed pumpkin. Just there in the middle. I'm going to bring that punch in, the apple punch, and punch him out. And I just want to sort of get that ink to dry a little bit before I bring in our embossing powder. So we have our Versamark ink, and I love that this stamp set has the jack-o'-lantern face. So let's ink that up with the Versamark. I'm going to pop some black embossing powder down, and I love how it really makes it shine. With the heat tool, we're going to melt that powder until it comes really nice and glossy. So look how much it comes to life with that embossing there done. So I'm going to go in with the sponge dauber and the pumpkin pie ink and just sponge around the edges. This also just gives it a little bit more shading to it as well. We have the Mossy Meadow ink, and we're going to stamp that leaf. And then I'm also going to just quickly fussy cut that one out. Before I do that, let's bring in the sponge dauber, and we'll just add a little bit of colour to it. Nothing too fancy there, just adding a little bit of extra shading as well. I'm going to fussy cut this one out really quickly. And I didn't say before Early Espresso ink, so you will need Early Espresso just for that little stalk. But we're also going to quickly cut that one out as well. Now I found it easy to use glue dots from my pumpkin stalk. I'm just going to pop a glue dot down and stick him in behind. And I'm going to put a little mini dimensional on the back of that vine leaf. You could probably use a normal size one as well, that'd fit there, I think. And stick him down on top of that pumpkin. Isn't that so cute? Now I've actually popped this pumpkin up, so let's bring in a couple of dimensionals, and you only want to pop dimensionals on one side, so on the right hand side. Oh, and that didn't stick down. So down there like that. I'll just push that down a little. So cute. So I have a couple more little chocolates to go inside. So I have a picnic, a crunchy, and a flake. They fit perfectly in there. What do you think? I think anyone would love that little gift as a Halloween gift. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love if you left me a comment. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do. I'll have some wonderful projects coming up real soon, and I always have 2 to 3, maybe even 4 projects every single week on my YouTube channel, so you really don't want to miss out on those videos. If you're after any of the dimensions or supplies, please click on my blog post that has all the information there. Okay, until next time, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all back very soon. Bye-bye.